Brushing off snowflakes on my Montana, playing in a tier 10 with a couple of tier 9s and one super ship. And so we have 3 destroyers, including the super destroyer on each side. We have 5 cruisers and 4 battleships also on each side.
General quarters.
But we have spawned in the middle of Bravo Cap, kind of edged over toward Charlie Cap. So I'm going to kind of work back and forth between Bravo and Charlie right now, and I don't want to get too close to Charlie because there's no room to maneuver over there. And Montanas have very good range. I can reach pretty much everywhere on the map with her guns. What I can't do is turn quickly. And I don't want to get so close that I'm going to be taking a bunch of torpedoes from that Delarna especially. The other team's Haragumo has torps, 12K torps. And the Groningen is a DD that does not have torps, just has good guns. So I don't really need to worry too much about Groningen if she shows up on our side, but that Delarna with 15K torps, and I imagine being a super ship, it has either torp reload booster or gun reload or something. It's going to be a tough DD to. All right, let's see. Where is that St. Louis turning to? Wait till he levels out and stays in one direction. Let's see if we can get lucky with a shot here. Montana throws out a lot of shells and throws them a long ways. Be lucky if I hit anything there. Nope. St. Louis turned away. That's a French cruiser and probably has speed boost. If nothing else, has the ability to dodge really quickly. Okay, send out some shots at that Schlieffen. Schlieffen is a German battle cruiser. Weaker armor than most battleships. So I only got 1 overpen and 1 pen on her. Whoops. Here come torps. There's a bunch of them. I don't think that's Haragumo. I think those are Delarna torps. So I took 3 of them. Montana can take that a couple of times as long as she doesn't take them all on the broadside all at once. I think we mitigated some of the damage by taking some of those on the torpedo belt. Tried to dodge in between them and took one just forward of my forward guns, and I think that missed the torpedo belt, but we'll be okay. I'm not going to use my heal yet because I can only heal back 7,000 damage, and I have a heal that can heal as much as 23,000 as long as it's not from citadels or torpedoes. And that was the Delarna over there, as I was thinking, but looks like he's heading out. He doesn't want to deal with our Marseille and our Fletcher and our Mecklenburg and me all at the same time.
Torpedoes to starboard.
Dang, more torpedoes already.
Torpedoes
Yeah,
to starboard.
he definitely must have a torp reload booster on that. Okay, we're going to take 1, but only 1. I took this on the aft part of the ship. I think mostly on the torpedo protection. But again, my heal isn't going to help me very much to deal with that, so. Okay, trying to get some shots into that enemy Georgia. Our Darien is trying to take Alpha Cap, and we got Bravo, so I will go over there and see if I can't help out. I might not be able to do too much to help out with the Groningen, but I can help with the battleships and maybe the cruisers that are over on that side. Looks like they got a big cluster of them right down the eye line there. Oh, so we lost the Fletcher. I'm not sure what we lost him to, but it might have been to the Larno. Torps got to him. I wasn't even watching. I didn't see what happened to him. Right now, our side is a little bit in the HP deficit here. On their side, their Georgia's the only one that's very low. On our side, our Darien, our Zorky, and our Seattle are a bit low. And our Smolensk isn't doing too great. Our Thunder, our Mecklenburg, and our Pommern haven't taken much damage. I did because I got smacked by a few torps. There we go. Got a Citadel. Alright, I just told my team to target that St. Louis. I got one Citadel on him, but I won't be able to get to him now that he's gone around behind that island. Firing out in front of that Schlieffen, and looks like he's turning away. Darn it. Whiffed all my shells. Montana has really good range, really good guns, but they're a lofty sort of a shell arc, so sometimes they can be hard to hit something that's able to dodge easily when it's at range. You kind of have to predict, well, where are they going to try to dodge to, and you just do your best. A lot of times it does mean that I'm throwing shells out there at a distance and then missing all of them, but you just have to try. But right now, I am not detected, which is good, so that I'm not taking any shots. But every time I fire, then I have about 16, 17 seconds that I am detected, but allows me to dodge around, get my bow in, and then I can turn in whichever direction I want to in order to line up my next shot as soon as I'm not detected. Now I'm going to take a shot or two from the Petrus HE that was coming in. Didn't get fire. Went ahead and put it out because right away I am running my heal, and so you can't light a new fire on me while I've got the heal running. Alright, I'm gonna turn back the other way and try to get my guns positioned to keep them on that Petro and Schlieffen that are over here. I have to be aware that my other ships are way over into the middle. I have a Thunder behind me. Darien is headed back toward Bravo. So I'm kind of hanging out here by myself, which means that if these other ships start focus firing me, then I will be in pretty big trouble. one pen on Yamato, but I'm trying to hit him right underneath his forward guns. That's called the cheek area of the Yamato, and if you can hit one just right, you'll hit his citadel and can even dev strike one. On the other hand, Yamato has some of the largest guns for a tier 10 battleship in the game, and I don't want to be giving up my broadside to him because he can do a whole lot of damage to me with a salvo. And of course, I'm the one he's shooting at right now. And so is the Petro. Oh, there's that low health St. Louis. Nobody else has put him down yet. Well, I will try, but those French cruisers are a very nimble bunch.
The ship is on fire.
Oh, I just overshot him.
Захватить указанную точку.
Okay, try it again. He's trying to get a heal going. If I hit him, it'll put him down, but looks like, my shells spread around him. Darn dispersion. Maybe. Oh, darn, overshot him again. Well, no sense in wasting any more time on him. The enemy is trying to get back into Alpha Cap, and I'm going to try to keep them from just being able to walk right in there. Looks like Mecklenburg is coming over to help Thunder and me. One overpen on the Petro. For a cruiser with such heavy armor, hardly any superstructure, I don't even know what I would have overpen. Okay, Schlieffen.
Concentrate fire on that target.
See if I can't punch a few holes in you. Oh yeah. 3 full pens, 1 overpen. Like another opportunity to do that. But I think you're going to tuck in behind that island where I can't get to you. Now, Colbert, I don't think so. This is too far, and another French cruiser that going to just dodge my shots at this kind of range. Okay, we're going to focus here on the Yamato and the Petro.
Хорошо сработали. Acknowledged.
Petro's firing HE at me. I'm throwing AP at him. I'll run my heal, and that will keep him from being able to light a fire on me again for a little bit. Give me a little extra to work with. Oh, it did not stop that fire. It's supposed to. Okay, now I'm throwing HE back at him. And I lit a fire on him right away, which he put out. But that means the next one that I light on him, he's going to have to live with. Okay, now I'm within secondary range of that Yamato. Montana is not a secondary battleship, but any damage I can put onto that Yamato will help my Thunder out too. Now I need to hurry up and get this Petro down because he's throwing AP at my broadside, but I can't give Yamato a full broadside. Okay, I got Petro, and Thunder got the Yamato, so now we just cleaned up this flank. Now we can help our team with those ships that are over in Bravo Cap right now. Schlieffen and St. Louis. That St. Louis is that one that I was working on earlier. Oh, I think I couldn't aim far enough back of him, back of me, toward where he was going to. He was just going too quick. Okay, well, let's help out with the Schlieffen then. And good. Got a fire on him. He's just about to burn out. This might actually finish him. Switched over to AP, so yeah, that's going to hit. There we go.
Enemy battleship destroyed.
Okay, I just shot down Bulletproof. Okay, that turned out to be a nice come from behind victory. Easily could have been a loss. Thunder is saying he hasn't played a BB in forever. He thought he came out in a destroyer, but he accidentally brought the Thunder up. I don't know that I've done that before. I've accidentally come into a type of battle when I thought I was going into a different type of battle. That's it. Okay, here are the after battle stats. 102,839 damage. That's the pizza party, as Clyde Plays Live likes to call it. Got a dreadnought. Earned 800,000 credits on that one. 63 target hits. 21 overpens, 27 pens, and then various other non-damage type shots. Destroyed 2. One of them was a bit of a yoink, but I will still take it. Set 3 fires, had a citadel, 7 defended, and then 10 secondary hits, most likely on that Yamato that was in the cap. We came in second on the leaderboard. The Henri took first place with over 2,500 base XP. That's a pretty darn good game there. But I don't think I'm going to be bothered that I only got 1,800 because that's still a very good game. Okay, I'm going to give the Henri comps, not to the Zorky. I just don't do comps to the super ships. I don't do them for subs. I don't do them for aircraft carriers generally. Not unless something really special happens. Thunder, though, yeah, I'll give a comp to the Thunder. Running out of them, but this is my last battle of the night, so used up the rest of them. Looks like we had a player from the Ally clan. I've merked with them before. Don't recognize GW Plex, but yeah, well, he didn't have a great battle, but I think I did. And so got that Petro. That was a very dangerous ship to get. Got the Schlieffen. Guess it wasn't really a yoink. That was about half of his health that I took there. And then did considerable damage to that St. Louis, including the Citadel. And good damage to Georgia, Des Moines, and of course Yamato did some damage. I think I should have done more, but I missed some good shots. So most of my shots were done with my armor piercing, and I hit 44 out of 258. Wow, that's not really that great. And then my HE shells hit 19 out of 60 of those. My potential damage, 2,200,000 potential damage. So no wonder I got a dreadnought. All right, well, let's take a look at my captain. Oh, getting messages from Sleepy from the old For Fun clan. I was working with them tonight in clan battles. So anyway, I have Admiral Halsey as my captain on the Montana, and I'm using the gun feeder skill so I can switch shell types when I want to back and forth without hardly any loss in time. Grease the gears keeps my guns where I can turn my ship and still keep the guns on target pretty quickly. Adrenaline rush so that when I was low I had faster firing rates. Basics of survivability: cut down on the damage that was caused by the fires and the flooding that I was taking. Emergency repair expert cut down on the damage even a little bit more and gave me extra heal, which I didn't use all of them, but I was ready to. Concealment expert, so that when I wasn't shooting, I wasn't being spotted, so it was harder for the other ships to keep the guns on me. And fire prevention, so that I could only have a total of 3 fires on me and only 1 on my superstructure, which was pretty important to keep me alive there, especially when that Petro was firing at me. Okay, let's take a look at my module build out. And the main things I have here, I have auxiliary armaments mod 1, and I don't know why I have that, because this is not considered a secondary battleship. Should have had main armaments mod 1 on here. Okay, that's fixed. Damage control system mod 1, so cuts down on my fire chances, although you couldn't tell. Artillery plotting room gives me even more range than Montana normally would have. My options on that would have been to improve my secondary batteries or my AA guns, or to give me a little faster traverse, but I felt like things were going pretty well there, so I'm not too worried about that. And then damage control, just to cut down on the damage taken from fires and flooding. Again, I could have taken some of the others like propulsion mod or steering gears, but overall, I think that that's working to keep me in the fight longer. And then concealment systems mod, again, to cut down on the ships that are shooting at me, because if they can't see me, they can't shoot at me. And then main battery mod 3, which gives me a little bit faster reload. It does cut down on my traverse, but since I took that captain skill, that makes up for that pretty well. I could have gone for the artillery plotting room would have cut down on my uh, shell dispersion, and that might help me. But on the other hand, I was getting more shots into the game, and so it's a tough choice sometimes. Okay, I am also using my spotter plane. Given the choice between that or the fighters, I feel like the spotter plane gives me more range, lets me see over islands, and that helps quite a bit. I used it early on and got a citadel on that St. Louis, for instance. Okay, so that was Montana, brushed off a snowflake, got a pizza party, and got a nice workout with Admiral Halsey. Okay, so it was a good night.